Good evening, guys, and happy Wednesday to all of your sunshiny faces. I think I finally rounded the corner with this cold, sort of whatever I've got. I actually felt more motivated to go and do things today. I didn't feel quite as just sore and tired and off and everything like that. And honestly, the only thing that's really sort of bothered me the most today is sort of my nose has been a little stuffed up. It hasn't been like super runny, it's just sort of been stuffed up. And I don't honestly normally, I feel like at this stage, when I normally get sick, I normally have a cough. I've actually still hardly had a cough at all. The only thing is that I have woke up twice at least in the middle of the night with that tickle sort of in the back of my throat, and now I end up coughing so bad because of that. But just general sort of cough or anything like that, I have really not had that. Like I said, hardly at all, other than like I said when I woke myself up the twice in the middle of the night. But it hasn't happened at all today. It happened once last night before I went to bed, while I was still awake, and then like I said, I woke myself up twice because I was coughing so bad because my throat, you just get that little tickle in the back of your throat. And then all of a sudden, like I said, I ended up waking myself up because I was coughing from that. But like I said, as far as just general I haven't been coughing at all. Or I guess hardly at all too. And I also feel like I've been talking a lot more today too. Yesterday I was just didn't want to talk to anybody or anything like that. I was barely, I was telling you guys too, we watched Disney movie yesterday and stuff like that. But then today we were watching the football game, and so I was talking to Jack while we were watching the football game, so I was actually talking a lot more. And still too, sometimes I'm oh well, maybe yesterday I wasn't coughing so much because I wasn't talking, but then today I was, and I wasn't still. So but I think that I am at least starting to be on the starting to get better, I'm hoping. But like I said too, I had more energy to do things today too. I did the dishes. I actually made dinner for tonight, and I don't normally cook on Thursdays. And one of the reasons I don't normally cook on Thursdays, which I completely spaced out about, is because my dad and Jack had dinner. They do have dinner for the football team, ended up having that. However, I did not need to make dinner because they ended up eating. And then so my mom was actually gone because I told you guys she sort of had that work thing that she had to go to today. But it was not very long. She was gone for about I don't know, a couple hours actually. It was pretty much between when my dad was at football practice. He got home, and then she ended up leaving slightly after that, but then she still got back before they were done at football practice. And I think they were gone for about at least 3 hours or so. So I think that, like I said, it didn't end up taking very long, but she didn't end up actually having dinner for tonight. So I was the only one that ended up eating, but I made myself, well, I ended up making, it was supposed to be for everybody, but I think we'll just save it for tomorrow too, because it's supposed to be really cold tomorrow after the football game. And it was today too. It was kind of chillier outside. I wore a long sleeve today and leggings, athletic leggings. So I went outside and I was it feels a little cooler, but it was still kind of warm when I was out in the sun, when I was taking the dogs out. But it's gonna be cold tomorrow when we're at the football game and the sun has gone down and everything like that. But I ended up making soup, so we can at least have that for dinner tomorrow too, like I said, when everybody's freezing cold, and then they come home and they can warm up with some soup. But that's why I made it today, because I was well, I know it's supposed to be cooler. I thought my mom was going to be gone for a little bit longer today too, so it would be perfect. I could make dinner and then we just have it when we're ready and everything like that. But no, I was the only person that ended up eating it today. So like I said though, that was at least nice, because I can't have chicken noodle soup because I don't eat meat. And so I'm huh, I could have tomato soup, but I don't really like tomato soup, although it's sort of funny because this had tomatoes in it, and I used the tomato can, canned tomatoes, so it still had the juices in it. So it did taste almost like tomato broth, sort of soup, even though I used vegetable broth. But It still sort of has that taste a little bit too, like the tomato taste, which like I said was okay though because there's other stuff in it. I just don't really like, I don't know, it's sort of like the acidity of like the tomato soup. The only way I'll eat it is if I have it, if it's like a tomato bisque soup, actually the kind from Aldi I really like, but only if I'm eating it with grilled cheese sandwich. Otherwise, I do not like tomato soup. But like I said too, like if it's something like this, it was a little bit different. It was actually, I think I told you guys when I ended up making it a while ago, or I got the ingredients for it. It's like the it uses the what's that called, tortellini, and it's got spinach in it, and like I said, the tomatoes, and I used what's it called, the Italian seasoning, and so like it was sort of like that, and it's pretty basic like recipe, and was like, I thought it was pretty good. The only problem was that because I didn't know how long it was going to take, I just threw in the brick of spinach like frozen. I was like, okay, well I should probably cook this on high then, because I did it around like 2 o'clock or something like that. I was like, I want to make sure obviously that it's cooked through. So I threw it on high for a couple hours, and I realized the tortellini just like blew up, and I was like, okay, well I sort of overcooked that. I probably should have just left it on low for a couple hours, and it probably still would have just been, you know, perfectly fine. So that was a little bit my bad, but I did make that for dinner tonight. I also got to dishes and laundry, and I edited today too. So all that was really good, but I feel like I am finally, again, feeling better, and at least a little bit more, you know, motivated to get up, like I said, and do things and get things done, and that's how it was today, thankfully. But I forgot to, because I was thinking, I was like, oh, you know, we went to Meijer on Tuesday, and I finished my Meijer list on Monday and everything like that. I was like, oh, I don't have to really get to any other grocery list for this week. I realized that I didn't do anything. Well, I did do Jewels, I did all of the digital coupon deals, but I didn't do the ad. Like, I've looked at the ad. I haven't even looked at Valley Produce or Caputo's yet. I didn't even get, I don't know if somebody got the mail, but I'm going to assume so, because it would have come on Tuesday, my sales papers. I haven't seen them at all. So, like I said, I'm going to assume that they're somewhere in the house and somebody brought them in and never ended up giving them to me, but I haven't even looked over that. So I think that's why, too, I didn't end up doing it. But I've also, too, been, because Tuesday we went to Meijer, I've been a little thrown off as to, like, what day it's been. And I'm like, yeah, I don't really know. But now that I'm thinking about it, I'm like, tomorrow I have to make the list though before the football game, because when we get home from the football game, I'm definitely not going to feel like wanting to make my grocery list. So I'm going to probably have to get to that beforehand, since I'm not going to have any more time most likely tonight to get to it. And then again too, we have to go to the grocery stores on Saturday, but I'm probably not going to want to go Saturday super late in the afternoon just so I can finish making my grocery list. So hopefully I can get up somewhat earlier tomorrow and get to that. Again, that would be really nice to be able to do that. But I think I was telling you guys too, the only thing that's bothering me, I feel like the worst right now, is my legs. Like my legs, just because I've been laying around and like sitting down and everything like that so much, my legs, they feel like though I've been working out, like I've been running like a marathon, and I have not done anything. And like the weird thing is though, is that it's not like it's body aches, because nothing else is bothering me. It's just my legs, like my knees, like my joints though too, but it's only in my legs. Like it's not like my arms aren't bothering me. But like I went to go and do the laundry today, and I was like, went to go like pick up the laundry basket, and I was like, you know, squatting down on my knees, and I was like, oh my gosh, I heard this like bunch of like cracks all in my knees, and I was like, oh my gosh, that's horrible. But it feels like, I said, like I've been like running a marathon, and I literally have not been doing anything, and I feel like that's why my legs are just like, it's like atrophy. Like they're just wasting away because I haven't been doing anything for the last couple days. But the funny thing is that it feels like the exact opposite. It feels like they've been like overworked, and like I need to rest them, but I think it's from resting them that they're bothering me so bad. So like, you know, I feel like I need to get up and go and do more things. And so that's why today I was trying to actually get up and do stuff, because I was like, yeah, I think sitting around, which again, it's not like even every single day. Like Tuesday we went to Meijer, so I was up out at the grocery store. Like yesterday I felt like I laid around kind of more than most, but I wasn't also too like just like laying in bed. I was like in bed for a little while, I was at my desk for a while, I was out in the living room. Like at least I was in different places laying around. It wasn't like I was just like, you know, like didn't move for like 24 hours, like, you know. And again too, I was still up, like I took the dogs out, I feed the dogs, like I was still up like doing things, making myself food to eat and stuff like that. So again, It wasn't just like I was like completely not doing anything. I was taking a shower, like all that kind of stuff. So like, I just don't understand why my legs are so sore. But anyways, guys, I don't know how they're gonna do sitting at the football game tomorrow. And also too, walking the football game will be interesting. But yeah, it's like just all my like leg muscles and like my joints that just feel like they're like bothering me. And like I said too, it's like not my arms. Like my arms feel completely fine. My neck is pretty stiff, but I feel like though when I'm sick, I wind up laying like really weird. Like I'll be laying like with my head like against the wall and stuff like that, and I wake up and I'm like, what am I doing? Or two, like when I woke myself up coughing the one time, my head was like almost on my like nightstand. I was like, why am I all the way over here? Like, I don't know, I just, like I said, roll around and like, you know, end up in all kinds of different ways when I'm sleeping, when I'm sick. So I totally feel like my neck could be a little extra stiff just because of that. So, like I said, I'm not thinking too much into that, but my legs are the thing that's probably bothering me the absolute most right now. I honestly feel like I need to just like go and do something, like go run on the treadmill or something like that to wake them up a little bit. Like I said, it's starting to bother me. But anyways, I will see you guys all in tomorrow's vlog. If you guys did enjoy today's, make sure you guys give a big old thumbs up. If you guys are new, we'd love if you'd subscribe, and I'll see y'all ever since shiny faces tomorrow. So bye, guys.